What's up, guys? This is SRT Rico Ralph. I appreciate y'all clicking on this video. We're going to be showing the top 10 mods to do to your Hemi Durango or SRT Durango / Hellcat Durango. This is my blacked out beauty, but let's get started. Here's a POV video of how my Durango is currently set up. I got it in all blacked out right now. If you watch my last short, you can see me changing it from the black Alcantara suede to the red Laguna front seats. I hope y'all enjoy. Subscribe for more updates. And we're going to get started. I appreciate y'all for tuning in. Let's go. What's going on, everybody? We're back at it again with another SRT Durango video. And today I'm excited to give y'all 10 mods, performance and cosmetic mods that will get your SRT Durango looking better and performing better. Let's go. We're going to start off strong, guys, with number one. I'm going to have to give it to an exhaust. You know, if you're a car guy, you got yourself a 5.7 Durango, a 6.4 Durango, even a Hellcat Durango, you know, let's get it sound right. Let's buy a nice exhaust. If you're working on a low budget, you know, there's nothing wrong with doing a mid-muffler delete. You know, to each their own. It's still going to sound great. It's going to give you the loud boost. Mid-muffler delete, resonator delete. And if you have the money, guys, drop it on the exhaust system. They got Borla, they got Corsa, they got many others that would make your car sound nice. A lot of people say you'd get horsepower with them. You might, but not without a tune. And that leads me to my number 2 mod on this list, an intake. Yes, sir. They have so many different types of intakes to choose from. Open box intakes, closed box intakes. I'm not going to sit here and tell you like other people that intakes gives you horsepower. They might. They just might. But with a tune. Not without a tune, guys. So if you're looking for a different type of intake, you want some more cool air under your hood, and it might just boost your HP, but not without a tune. If you have a hood with gaps in them, you might want to get a closed box or close the gaps inside your hood, you know, for all the SRT people. I personally prefer a cold box intake. It keeps all the cool air intact, but to each their own. They have a lot of intakes that close with the hood. But I mean, if you ask me personally, I would recommend a closed box intake, and that's what I currently have on my SRT Durango. There's a lot of closed box one, for example, Momentum, Leg Maker. There's a lot of ones. Personally, those are some of my favorites. And I wouldn't sit here and tell you that they're gonna make HP when as soon as you put them, because that necessarily is not true. Sometimes you have to tune these cars with an intake, with an exhaust, for it to have a difference. Today I'm not doing a voiceover. We're speaking here right through the video. Sorry if y'all hear the rain in the background. You know, we're speaking loud. I got a new phone, so my speakers should be working fine. But now we're on to mod number 3, Starlights. Starlights are an enhancement that I feel that fit really good on Mopar cars. Don't get me wrong, on a lot of cars, but I'm a car guy, so you know, I've been driving Mopars since I was 16, 17. I'm 26 years old now, so you know, Starlights, I haven't got them yet, but I'm planning on getting them on this SRT. Still on the last stages debating, but Starlights, you know, I've seen a lot of people have Hellcat symbols on the top, you know. So I believe that Starlights are a great mod to do to your car. They look so beautiful at night. Local, to me, they're priced around starting $450 upwards to $1,000. Depends on how many stars you want. But you can't go wrong with them. And now we're jumping on to our mod number 4. Guess what it is? Tint. Guys, you cannot go wrong with tint. I think I've tinted almost every car I've had except one. I'm not telling you to tint it to the extreme, but some tint. Everybody doesn't have to know who you are. It keeps privacy, you know. In a lot of states, Mopars are hot cars, if you know what I mean. So having some tint on you, keeping the sun down in the summer. Black on a lot of colors looks great, so I recommend do tinting. And when I mean tint, I don't just mean windows, side windows, and windshield, front windshield. I mean, you can tint your backlights as well. A lot of websites sell it. Amazon, There's also some websites that let you put your own emblem in the tent, so once you apply it, you have a visible emblem in the back of your car and the backlight. So there's a lot of cool ways that you can tint your backlights. Front lights, I don't necessarily do too much, but I mean, that's another route that you can go, and that's a fire cosmetic mod that you could do to your Durango. And now it's time for mod number 5. That's right, supercharging or twin turboing your car. I told you guys we weren't playing during this video. So this mod is a mod that I'm planning on doing to my Durango in a near future. To all my car guys that already had it and that are planning on doing it, if you're a car guy and you have the money, or you're working to do this to your car because it's a real want, don't let it hold you back, guys. Just do it the right way. Do your fair research on the amount of boost that your car can take, depending if it's a 6.4, depending if it's a 5.7, depending if it's a Hellcat. 6.4s tend to not like a lot of boost because of the way the rings and the pistons are set up. When it comes to these mods, there's a lot of superchargers that you could go with. For example, Whipple, ProCharger. With twin turbos, we got the Helion twin turbo kit. You definitely have to have your fair share of information. And I'm not going to sit here and lie to you. These mods are upward above $13,000 to about $20,000 mods. From unlocking the computer, bolting on the kits, if it's a supercharger. If you're planning on doing the twin turbo way, it's going to be a lot of labor because of all the add-ons they have to do, aka oil connections, messing with the exhaust because turbos are ran through exhaust air. You got to research the difference between what a twin turbo versus what a supercharger could do. Supercharger is belt driven, so instant power, more torque. Twin turbo is, works on exhaust air that is going to get wasted either way, so it might have a little lag. Newer technology now allows less of a lag. Do you want to have power right at the line, or while you're doing a roll, while you're on the freeway, and get a crazy amount of uncontrollable power? I do want to go supercharger way. You can't go wrong. I'm going to make sure I do everything right and get it winding right. My engine is currently stock, so I'm going to be making sure that it can handle everything. Run it like that for a minute, and then later on, I'm going to be changing it to, E85. But that's a lot of costs that add up. If you're planning on do this, find a reputable mechanic that's going to unlock the computer for you, tune it for you, dyno it for you, instead of you having to send it out this way, that way. And now we're on to number 6. This guy right here. My personal one is called AutoLink R. I know a lot of people, y'all are familiar with this, the way TikTok is set up right now. I really recommend this one. If you're not familiar, this is if you have a Uconnect vehicle that plays Uconnect on your screen, then you're allowed to watch movies, play YouTube, screen mirror, anything that's on your phone, Netflix, with this little device right here. There's a lot of other devices that I've seen, that I've had friends and family that have purchased them, and they work really slow, guys. But if you're looking for one to enhance your vehicle, maybe impress the ladies or impress the bros, impress family, get you, I'm not sponsoring them, so I don't think I'm sponsoring them, but it's called AutoLink R. Connects fairly fast. If you want to not use it, you can switch it on and off to your normal Uconnect, or if you want to watch a video if you're not driving. I recommend AutoLink R, man. And now that leads me to our mod number 7. That's a wide body kit. So all y'all that watched the first clip at the beginning, I know y'all see my wide body kit. I got it through Vicrez.com. If you didn't know about that site, I'm officially putting y'all on because they're one of the best sites. So aftermarket parts for all Mopar, Dodge, and much more, cars. I definitely recommend them for any aftermarket work that you want to do to your car. I got my spacers and my wide body fenders from them. I think added up, I probably paid about $1,600. And then when they arrived here, clearly I had to color match them and find a shop near me to you know, place them on my car. So, you know, that's a little bit higher budget. It's not as high budget as supercharging and whippling or turboing your car, but, you know, be prepared to spend $2,500 plus to give your car a BBL. Am I right or am I wrong? So I'm happy with my results. I'm riding in a wide body now. If you're a DIY yourself guy, it's possible. Researching, getting the right M tape or getting the right 3M glue, it's possible. But yeah, you can't go wrong with a wide body kit. Now we're on to mod number 8, a diffuser. Everybody's familiar with a diffuser. If you're not, it's the little, I'm gonna upload a picture, but it's you know, the thing that goes near your exhaust pipes, up near the butt of the car. You know, it gives it the hard, sharp look. Mine's on my way. I haven't put mine yet, but a diffuser on Durango would look great. If you need places, I recommend Vicres too. Not only do they have about one option for a diffuser, they have about 4+ different options for different diffusers. Some more aggressive, some more, you know, just to make it noticeable. Add a diffuser, guys. You see Charger guys, Challenger guys with them everywhere. Durangos can do it too. For everybody that's still watching, I appreciate it. Make sure to subscribe and like this video so you can stay updated. If you haven't watched my video about my SRT Durango seat swap, where I put in these red Laguna seats. I know y'all seen my Alcantara black seats in the back. I did a swap for everybody that wanted to see that. If you want to stay updated with all the process, all the work that I've been doing to my SRT, informational videos like this, make sure you subscribe. And now we're on to our mod number 9, lights. Lights where your feet go. I'm talking about the lights when you open your doors and you got the symbols popping up. You got RT, 345, Hellcat, the B emblem, you know, all those type of lights. You know, they're nice for show. A lot of people love those things. They're cool. You get in the car at nighttime, your feet are glowing. You got the control. You can switch red, green, blue, you know, rainbow. I used to have those on my Scat Pack about 3 years ago. You can't go wrong with them. Possibly a future install on this car too. That's a good way to boost up your RT, Hellcat, SRTs, get in the lights, you know. In the nighttime, they're gonna look great. You know, you can't beat them. And now we're on to our 10th mod. This one's gonna be a cosmetic one, but I forgot to mention one, so we're gonna do a 2-in-1. Custom steering wheel / wrapped car or wrapped hood. You know, imagine a wrapped hood on your Durango, you know, Bape style, forged carbon fire style, matte black if you have a black car to set the tone. You know, for the steering wheel, I'm talking about, you know, when you send it off and they add the bars here, or they customize it, leather, suede. You send it back, get the SRT that lights up, get your own custom emblem here. The steering wheels can start around $800 upwards. Depends on if you want a real fancy with, you know, with the readings right here. Wrapping your hood, wrapping your car also can start as low as about $400 depending on what you plan on doing. I wanted to end this video off on, you know, a cosmetic one, but I gave you 10 simple / costly mods that you could do to your Durango. All of these mods will go great with your car. You know, if you're looking for what to do and you're working on a budget, start on the lower end stuff. Exhaust. Another one of my favorite mods was my intake. Most expensive ones are not necessarily the best ones. You know, you with time are gonna start like feeling what you want to do and don't want to do to your car. But I do strongly recommend that you, if you were looking to do some mods, take a couple off this list. I hope you like it. Stay tuned. There's gonna be so many updates coming with this car, and I appreciate you. I'm out of here.